my love for the ocean, I would be long gone by now. It's some kind of devotion that brings me down. That without my love for the ocean, I will be no one, no one.
Can hardly believe it, but we are finally leaving Harbour Towne Marina. There's Captain Connor. Goodbye, Harbour Towne. It's 6:45 a.m. Memorial Day, and we are off en route to Freeport, Grand Bahama. After a month killing time in Florida and another 25 long days of hard work on the boat at Harbour Towne Marina, we are finally leaving the Sunshine State and living aboard our new Vision 444 as we head south for hurricane season. The journey ahead is known to be long and thorny, but our hearts are full of excitement as we set sail into the next chapter of our adventure. Again. What do you think, Matt?
It's nice up here, nice and windy, but I just took it
back on the water.
a little bit. I don't see it.
They might not be here anymore. First, we have to make a quick stop at Xquisite Marina in Freeport, Grand Bahama to pick up the rest of our belongings stored here after selling the Leopard 6200 back in March. We appreciate the warm welcome after the chaos at Harbour Towne Marina. Returning to Xquisite feels like a breath of fresh air, embracing the outstanding hospitality, top-notch facilities, and the fabulous restaurant that make this place truly special. While we are here, we are sorting through our gear, selling or giving away the things we no longer need, and washing and waxing the holes as we get the boat ready to head south. All right, so we're here at Xquisite Marina, and we have so much stuff, it is ridiculous. I'm trying to sort through it all, figure out what stuff we can get rid of, and then find spots on board for all the stuff that we want to keep. It's really important to keep the weight distribution correct in the boat. You don't want too much weight up front in the bow. You want it like center and towards the back. And you also don't want to overload your boat because it compromises its sailability as well as just the safety of the vessel. So anyhow, it's kind of embarrassing. We went from, 62-foot boat with ample storage to a 44-foot boat, and we still have a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to figure out where to put all of our dive gear. And when you got 4 people and doing free diving and scuba diving, you end up with a bunch of stuff. I still see it. See it where? Right there. Where? Right here. I wrote that. Your hand.
Can I tighten the stern line?
We have to finish getting all this off the front. Maybe that's not locked. Is that...
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I broke, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's growing over you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at.
All right, so we just left Xquisite Marina in Freeport, and we are headed to the Berry Islands to start making our passages south. Right now we're just motoring off the coast a little bit, and then we're gonna throw up the sails. It's a little bit windy today, so hopefully we should get a close reach sail all the way to the berries. Unfortunately, we never had the chance to truly sail the Vision 444 before purchasing her. The strong currents and unpredictable weather off the coast of Dania Beach made it practically impossible. Thankfully, the previous owners were incredibly helpful. They walked us through the sail setup, explained the lines, and shared some quick tips. But let's be honest, it was a lot to take in all at once. Both Connor and I learned best by doing, so here we are out on the water, trying to recall everything we were taught and figure it out as we go. Yes, we made a few mistakes, and at times we definitely looked like beginners, but by the end of the day, we were feeling more confident and starting to really understand how the running rigging and sails are configured on this catamaran. We're excited to keep learning, fine-tuning our sailing skills, and growing as a team, each of us knowing our roles when we're out at sea. Oh yeah, I think the code needs to get tightened. Floppy.
Yeah. Looks pretty good, I guess.
You should have your life jacket on.
I know. I knew you were going to say that. Better?
Yeah, not bouncing all over.
Oh. I believe. Out? I need you to not totally watching me right now.
Yeah, it's totally out. It needs to be tightened.
No.
Your telltales are going up. That looks good. Alright, we got the jib and the main up. The main is on its first reef. We are at 43 degrees south, and our true wind speed is 17.5 knots, fluctuating a little bit. Our true wind angle is 44 degrees. We are sailing at 5 knots, give or take, trending upwards.
feel like, I don't know if I should run it between these. We're so tied into the wind, I think that's what Steve said to do.
Okay.
Between the stays.
I remember you saying that.
Wow, that makes me nervous, right? First time.
I know.
Said to do that, and we're going pretty tight to the wind, so I think we need to.
Let's roll in the jib. Just slow.
That.
Woo! Alright, we got a little bit braver. We furled in the jib and we put out the code 55. We are going 7.2 knots and our apparent wind angle is 55 degrees south and our true wind speed is 17 knots. So we're doing significantly better than we were with just the jib out. Making our way to the berries, so hopefully we can get there before 8 o'clock tonight. It's a little bit challenging when we have to come and go with the tides, but I guess that's life here in the Bahamas.
I feel like we're moving now. Okay, so we're out here in the Vision 444 on our first sail, and just learning the ropes with her. We started with one reef in the main and the jib out, and going against the wind at about between 40 and 60 degrees, and we were probably doing between 5.5 and 6 knots. So we pulled in the jib, shook out the full main, and put up the code 55. Now we're right on a 60-degree angle to the wind, and we're bouncing in between 7 and 7.5 knots. Check it out, man. I'll show you what we're doing. And that is against the current, so we're probably going a little bit faster water speed. Slicing through the water. Loving it.
Hold on.
Bring it back up a little.
On our Leopard, we were used to controlling the mainsail for a slow, steady drop. But this cat is a bit different. It looks like we actually need to use the downhaul to pull the sail down, or possibly lube the track to help it slide more easily. We're still working out the kinks and getting to know the unique quirks of this boat, one sail at a time. Alright, good morning everybody. It's like 5:30. We're in the Berry Islands and we are going to make an early departure for Eleuthera. Turning up into the wind and raising the mainsail. Okay, look good. Oh, wait, stop. You're out of the lazy jack on the port. You're gonna have to drop it down. See right there, the lazy jack line. Okay, go up. Good. Keep coming. Alright, you're past the last lazy jack. Turning back against the wind. I actually think you could go up a smidge. Sure.
Just this a little bit.
Loosening the topping lift.
Just making sure it's loose. Sail picked it up.
See, he's letting out the boom of the mainsail. And on the close reach. Loosening up the continuous furling line, which runs from all the way back there up to the furler on the code 55. Now he's going to unfurl the sail. We'd be sailing into the morning sunrise.
Better, right?
Yeah. Well, see, now this isn't pulling on, wearing on anything. The line is running free. So we are still headed to Egg Island near Eleuthera. We are cruising at somewhere between 9.2 and 9.5 knots. Our apparent wind angle is 62 degrees and our true wind speed is about 18, 19 knots. So we're ripping right along. This is quite a big change for us because before we were usually sailing around 6 to 7 knots on the Leopard 62. It was pretty fun to have a code 55 and start messing around with some other sails and figuring this boat out. Anyhow, we're having fun this morning out here. Connor, always watching.
Can't remember it.
Because I mean, that's where we saw the stingrays.
Oh yeah.
That's where the big shipwreck dive was. That's where we got lobsters. Alright, we're coming through the cut here at Egg Island, and you might recall that when we first started our adventures in the Bahamas, we anchored right here at this island. Behind me, the conditions were much calmer, which was probably pretty rare to be able to anchor here that day. And then we zipped out around the island and visited the stingrays and the swings. But today we're gonna jet right by. We're gonna go into Spanish Wells so that we can get some fuel for our journey south down Eleuthera tomorrow. But anyhow, it's a beautiful little island. We're going through the cut right now. Captain Connor. After spending a couple of months in the US, we forgot that the rest of the world doesn't always run 365 days a year. So when we arrived in Spanish Wells and realized we wouldn't be able to fuel up until Monday morning, we took it as a sign to slow down. Instead of stressing, we embraced the unexpected break and spent a relaxing day at the beach with our new friends from SV Peaks, who, as it turns out, are also from Idaho. It's funny how small the world feels out here. Thanks so much for watching. We're really glad you're here. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to support the time and effort that goes into making these videos, consider joining our Patreon for early video access and more. And don't forget to check out our store at sailingbigloss.com. We've got some fun Sailing Big Loss swag to help you rep the adventure. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.